Morning. Welcome back to the channel. It is another beautiful day here in Washington State. Yeah, it's Friday, April 25th as I'm filming this, and we are well into spring. It's been a great spring so far. I have been out on the trails a ton. I think I've done well over 100 miles since February, just on various hikes, so that's pretty cool. Seen a lot of pretty stuff, and I've been taking a lot of pictures. If you happen to follow me on Instagram, then you will know that I've been taking a lot of pictures, and it's been a good time. But yeah, as you might have been able to tell from the title of this video, we got a trip coming up, and this is a bit of the prep vlog. It's going to be an exciting one, guys. I really do think that it's going to be a good one. On Monday, May 5th, in the very early hours of the morning, I'm going to be hopping on the road, headed east over the Cascade Mountains to far eastern Washington. I'm talking almost the Idaho border. Yeah, there's a region out in southeastern Washington known as the Palouse. It's a really cool area, and it's a bit of a mecca for Pacific Northwest photographers that are kind of in the know. I recently learned about this place and instantly fell in love with the idea of visiting there and maybe doing a road trip and camping around the region. That was a couple months ago, and fast forward to now, into April, and I'm staring right on the barrel at this trip that's coming up in just over a week. So yeah, I will be headed out there Monday, like I said, and I will spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday out there, and then Thursday morning I will pack my stuff up and head home. So like I said, I'm going to be camping the entire time. No hotels or anything like that. There's a lot of dispersed camping, a lot of BLM land, a lot of Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds. So I'm going to be utilizing kind of all three of those things. Anyways, the Palouse. Yeah, just picture endless rolling hills of wheat. I only saw a snippet of the Palouse as I was traveling east on I-90 to Montana in 2012. We got off I-90, south I-90, and kind of got a little turned around in some back roads. And yeah, it was just that. I think it was September, and it was just endless rolling hills of gold wheat blowing in the wind. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, and I didn't think twice about it until recently. I think I might have mentioned on the last video I put up on the channel. I've been consuming a lot of photography content on YouTube. I'm trying to learn more and grow more as a photographer, and it's been one of my greatest passions since I was a teenager. But that being said, one of the guys I've been watching, his name's Nick Page. He's based out of eastern Washington, and a lot of his videos take place out in the Palouse, and it just looks like a magical place. I think it's as close to like old farm town America, Midwest, as we can get up here in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it's old. It just looks old. It feels old. All the little towns are like one stoplight towns, if that, and old brick buildings, and yeah, these little farm and grain pop-up towns look like they have since the 1930s, 1940s. There's also a ton of awesome hikes and geological formations and history to see out there. I've kind of recently been nerding out on geology. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened a long time ago that you can kind of still see the results of today. So I found that, especially hiking, knowing more about your environment, it makes the hike so much better. It makes it so much more immersive and so much more enjoyable because you kind of understand what's going on around you, whether it be plant life, flora, fauna, or geology, the ground you're walking on. Dispersed camping, I'll be camping all kinds of different places. I'll be able to fish at a couple of spots. I'm going to be camping on the Snake River, almost in Idaho, one night, the first night actually. I also saw a short documentary, I guess you'd call it, on YouTube. It was by, I think the channel is it's Ilford Films, and I think they actually might be a film manufacturer, kind of in a boutique film manufacturer. I don't know if that's the right term. Anyways, they have a series where they do kind of like 15-minute spots, highlights on certain photographers, and the one I watched was on Jason Lee, and that might ring a bell to some of you. He's an actor, a skateboarder, former professional skateboarder, and now photographer. Anyways, the short 15-minute documentary was just really struck home with me, and the title is The Great American Photo Road Trip, and essentially it's just following Jason on one of his trips out to Central Texas, to just these little farm towns, and shooting things that might seem completely mundane to everybody else, but it strikes a chord with him, and he just talks about being able to hit the open road, and I will leave a link to that in the description below. And I really do encourage you, especially if you're a photographer, or if you like hitting the road, you like taking road trips. Take 15 minutes and watch it, and especially if you enjoy Jason Lee's work. I'm really excited about this trip, and we are going to get some preparation done in this video over the next week or so, and then I will post this video right before I leave. Hey guys, last time you saw me was a couple days ago. It is, it's Sunday now. I think the last time you guys saw me was Thursday. So yeah, I was talking about prepping for opening day fishing, and I did that Saturday morning. Got in a real short session at a lake that I don't have much experience on, and actually caught a decent fish, a really long largemouth that, man, if it would have been filled out, maybe if it would have been a couple months later, might have been a 7-pound fish, but as I weighed it yesterday, it was 3.83, I think it was. So yeah, I'll roll that clip, real short clip here of that catch. Oh, that's a good bass. Stay pinned. Come on, come here. Dude, that's a fucking hog. Go figure. The wacky rig. It's a long fish, dude. Oh, unplugged. That's gonna be a tank here in a couple months. Have a good one. So yeah, it was a good fish. Real long fish, as you saw, and it was a good way to start the season. Yeah, by the time I got done fishing sort of an area of the lake I wanted to fish first, there was already 20 plus boats on the water, and it was opening day, so a bunch of trout trollers out and about. So I got out of there and ended up putting in at my local lake just a few minutes from here. We leave for the trip a week from tomorrow. Yeah, it's coming up real soon, and I'm excited. So hey guys, it's Saturday morning. We're so close to this trip kicking off. But yeah, the past couple days have been good. Last time you saw me was, I think, a couple days ago. And yeah, since then I've just been kind of getting ready for the trip and doing some last minute things, getting things tied up. But I went out for sunrise yesterday morning to Hansville, Foulweather Bluff, and Point No Point, kind of on the same general area. And I just wanted to share a quick clip with you before we got into the gear portion of this video. See, to give a little context, I was hauling Bud down to the beach to try to get the good light, what was left of the good light, yesterday morning. I guess long story short, I almost stepped in the middle of this otter, just having a morning sunbake, I guess. I was rolling around in the sand, having a good old time, but completely unbothered by me, by my presence. Did not give a crap that I was there. Scared the poo out of me. I backed up probably a good 30 feet and broke out the telephoto lens and got this video. So yeah, what a cool guy. I'm very wary around otters. They can be pretty nasty critters under the right circumstances. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into some of the gear and some of the meals that I have planned. And yeah, let's get into this. All right, guys, let's get into the gear. Some of the gear, camping gear. And meals that I'm going to be taking for this trip. So yeah, I've got everything, not everything, but most of it kind of centralized in this big tote, and we will get into it. So yeah, like I said, it's not organized, it's just centralized right now. I gotta organize this probably later today, but let's start with, I guess we'll start with food, probably just the main meals. So I went with Peak. I've always heard good things. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch, overlanders, hikers, stuff like that, they speak highly of Peak, and they're not too horrible for you. Yeah, so I got one of these, the chicken Alfredo pasta, like you just saw. This was highly recommended. The other one I picked up looks equally as good. I like pastas. The beef pasta marinara, that looks really yummy. So those are going to be kind of two big meals for a couple of the nights. So this I found this at Walmart in the camping section, and it's just these pour over, see if I can get a close up, pour over things. You just kind of place it on the top of the cup and pour hot water through it. So there's 4 servings in here, and this should do me good for the trip. I don't know if you can get it where you are. This might be a Pacific Northwest thing. I'm not sure you can get it online, but it's a company called Sahale Snacks. And man, this one's good. The honey almonds. That's a good mix. But this is my favorite right here. The maple pecans with apple chunks and walnuts. It is unreal. Unreal how good this is. And it's not bad for you either. This is like $6 at Safeway for a pretty big bag. So yeah, I've got a couple of those stashed away. These good high energy snacks for on the road or on a hike or something like that. So some 550. This is really good 550. This is made by a company called Atwood Rope, and obviously this is not a full hank, but yeah, this is really good rope, and it takes a knot really well. So it's always just good to have a a good section of 550 for camp tasks. All right, so this we've got some hardcore bug spray because the ticks are supposed to be horrible this time of year. Some of the places I'm going, we've got some sunscreen and some wipes, stuff like that. Extra little mess kit just in case. Plates. A little backup can of soup just as another meal. There's going to be a ton more food I'm bringing, but we won't be covering that in this video. So yeah. So this is where I've got my stove and everything, and that's what's going to be boiling the water to cook those freeze-dried meals. So yeah, I've just kind of got a basic setup in here with some cutlery, titanium spork, which is like, you need one. They're awesome. My sister got this and this whole stove system for me. So in here I've just got a couple ways to make fire, a little backup light, extra can of fuel, in addition to the one that's in here, and then this is my titanium stovetop and stove in here. So you'll probably see that in the video. So alright, now on to some interesting things. We've got a sleeping pad, and this is actually a new sleeping pad to me. The other one I had was decent, but it had a slow leak that was turning into a fast leak. So I tried to find the leak. I did all the leak tests and everything, couldn't find it. Anyways, my sister upgraded her sleeping pad, and I got her old one, and this one is actually badass. It's an REI brand. Let's see if I can show that to you. That's what it is, and it is nice. I've got one night on it so far in Tahuya and no complaints. So, and then we've got my two-person Kelty. Actually, it might be rated as a 3, but I think it's more of a 2. And it's great as a single with a ton of gear, and you've got room to lounge. So yeah, it's a good tent. I've got I don't know, probably a handful of nights on this thing, but I had to grab my bag, show you guys my bag. This is Teton 0 degree. I think it is a 0 degree, right? Yeah, it's a 0 degree. So overkill. I don't think I've ever camped in cold enough situations to really put this thing to the test. Coldest I probably camped is the 20s, but yeah, this is this is the bag I'm gonna bring. Obviously it's huge and heavy, but I'm not really worried about storage or cargo capacity on this trip, which is a good thing. That's actually a first for me. But this will be more of a comforter kind of situation for sleeping, not necessarily as a sleeping bag. So alright, hopefully I get that short enough, but that's kind of the bulk of the camping gear I'm going to be taking. Camera gear, that's a whole nother story. Today I have got to pretty much work all day for a neighbor doing some side jobs, earning some extra last minute money for this trip, which is always a good thing. Next time I see you guys will probably be Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, and I'll be going through all the camera mounts I'm going to be using, getting all that figured out in the vehicle, and just getting everything set up so that early Monday morning, I'm talking like midnight Monday morning, I can just throw everything in the truck, put the cameras on the mounts, and hit the road, and be good to go. So, alright guys, I'm going to get ready for the day, and then go do that side job. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we are prepping all the camera mounts and stuff like that. So, yeah, see you then. It is Sunday morning, just about 7 o'clock, and yeah, tomorrow morning, very early, I leave for the trip. So, yeah, I'm excited. Today we got some final packing to do and stuff like that, so I figured I'd wrap this video up, and I'll get it posted this afternoon to the channel, and then the next thing you guys see after that will be probably 2 trip videos. So, yeah, I'm standing out here on the front porch just enjoying some coffee, and show you what I'm looking at here. This is a doe that's been coming through the property for a while now. Yeah, I'm surprised she's still alive, honestly, because if you look at her front leg right there, she's got that going on. So she limps on that. And it's kind of a rough looking deer, but it's made it farther than I thought it would, so. Morning. Yeah, hopefully she makes it through the summer and maybe that leg will heal up, so. Really stoked about this trip, and the weather's looking great, and I'm really hoping it all works out, so. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully you're following along on Instagram, and I'll be posting stories and pictures as I go along there, so. See you soon.